So wonderful seawall. So lying in this supported fish pose. As I said, I'll just do this for the camera so that you've got it underneath just where your armpits are, arms out to the side. And if you like, you can have your legs out straight, or you can bend your knees and put the soles of the feet together if your hips are feeling okay, and let your knees fall out to the side. If it's not good on your hips, you can either support your knees with a block under each knee, or else you can just straighten your legs out, that's fine too. The main purpose is really just to sort of land on your mat, arrive here, and let go of the need to sort of do anything or be anywhere for the next 60 minutes. You've given yourself this time to really sort of allow yourself just to be here. You know, it's really good that you can move your bodies in these ways, and I am seeing, you know, lots of improvement in everybody. So start to acknowledge that you're here, just arrive. And as you're arriving, think about breathing in and out through the nostrils unless you've got blocked nostrils. As long as you're taking this smooth, steady breath. If you want to start to cultivate a little bit of energy by using your breath, you can take what's called an ujjayi breath, which means victorious breath. Some of you might be familiar with it, others you won't be at all. So start by sort of opening your mouth on the exhale, you're like, as though you're trying to fog up a mirror so that then you can wipe it in and see yourself clearer. And all you're doing with ujjayi breath is this sound, but with your lips closed. So it's making a, and then you do that on the inhale as well. So it's as though you're sort of slightly constricting the base of your throat so that your breath makes this very gentle but audible sound, a bit like the ocean wave or Darth Vader, somebody said once. So just maybe try that a few breaths. It helps to build up a little bit of internal heat, which can be nice when the weather outside is a bit cold. But it's something that once you practice yoga regularly, I use it during my own personal practice. It really helps me to just be focused on being here, but builds my energy a little bit more and sustains that energy after I finish my yoga. So according to BKS Iyengar, who's one of the very famous yoga traditional teachers of Iyengar yoga, he said in his explanations of yoga that poses that emphasize chest lifting and opening and support deep breathing to the lungs capacity, which increases your bodily energy, giving you subjective feelings of energy and a positive emotional state as well. So very much heart opening poses, active breathing, like this ujjayi breathing, can really help to build this energy. Many of us sleep with our, in a fetal position, all curled up in a ball, rounded. And we spend a lot of our days like that as well. So using these positions of openness, expansiveness really helps to bring the energy and to also counteract those sort of body positions that we take quite a lot. So, as well as this ujjayi breath, we're also going to practice now with a breath which is called square breathing. And this is where we're going to inhale for a count of 4, hold for 4 at the top, and exhale for a count of 4, and hold for 4 at the bottom. So we're not trying to slow you down by increasing the exhale here. We'll do that at the end. We're trying to keep each breath and each hold equal. So everybody start by just exhaling everything out wherever you are. Staying on your back, and then breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. And out for 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold at the bottom, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4, 1. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, and out for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. One more. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Out for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Wonderful. And just let your breath now become smooth and steady. No need to hold at the end of the in and out. Just notice how that makes you feel. And perhaps setting an intention for your day ahead. Maybe it's sending some love to somebody you know who needs it, or even to yourself. Having a clear intention for your practice as well. How do you want to feel by the end of your practice? Always having a reason for being here on your mat. And then opening your eyes, just bring your hands down. If your knees are out to the side, just bring them in using your hands. And if your knees are out long, just bend your knees, bring the soles of your feet onto the mat. And roll over, just press yourself off of that roll, take it to the side and lie back onto your back and hug your knees in. And just rock your spine from left to right. Just find a little bit of movement here. And then put your hands on the top of your knees and start to draw circles with the knees so that you're sort of tracing the back of your pelvis and the sides of your pelvis from the top, the sides, the bottom, and then change direction. So really sort of feeling grounded with the back of the pelvis, getting a bit of ease after that little bit of a heart opening back bend. Good job. All right. And then keep both knees in, hug them in tightly, hold on to the outside of the left knee, which is on top, and bring the knees over to the right. Just bring your arm over to the left, just find an easy twist. Turn and gaze towards the left fingertips, feel an easy twist. Try not to go too deep so early on, just easing into your body, bring your knees up to center and take the other direction. Twisting with the knees over to the left, and then the right arm stretched out, gazing towards the right fingertips. And then come back to the middle. Hold behind the hamstrings and just take a few rocks, just seeing how it feels, maybe to tap your tiptoes and then go back. Being a bit playful. And noticing, maybe this feels easier than the first time I said to do it. Hope so. And when you've taken about 3 or 4, crossing the ankles and finding your way to tabletop. Yeah, we're here in tabletop. So hands are underneath shoulders, knees are underneath hips. And let's just take our usual cat and cows, getting with our breath and movement. So breathe in, bring your tailbone out, let your belly sink down, and start to look up. Really open through the back of the shoulder blades, the front of the collarbones, and exhale round the back. Press the ground away, look between your knees. Take 2 more with your breath. Inhaling. Maybe using that Ujjayi breath that you practiced at the beginning. Lightly constricting the base of your throat. Exhale and round, face in the back body. 1 more, inhale, come back to center. Finding that cow position. And exhaling, rounding, rounding. Pressing the ground away, getting more spacious in the back of your body. Come back to the middle. And then start to hug the belly button in towards your spine and reach your right leg back. So you're familiar with this sort of bird dog position. Hug that right out hip down a bit. Try not to lift the leg too high. And then reach the left arm forwards. Just find stillness here as you reach forwards with the left arm, back with the right leg. Really press the heel away. Maybe the toes are pointing down to the floor. Take a moment, breathe in. We're not going to tap knee and elbow. You're just going to bend into that back knee. And then reach around if you can and grab a hold of the foot. If you can't quite grab a hold of the foot, it doesn't matter. Keep reaching forwards with that left hand and simply bend the knee. Feel the energy into the hamstrings. Wherever you are, hold it here for 3. Lovely, everyone. See, 2, and 1. Bring that left hand down, right knee down. 4. Just sit your hips back down towards the heels, reach your arms forwards, just find a length in the shoulders, relax your head, forehead comes towards the floor. Find that child's pose. Briefly here, not too long. And then come back up to center, tabletop. Let's take the other side, so stretch the left leg back, hug the inner thighs so that you're drawing up through the pelvic floor muscles, hug the belly button in towards the spine, so you've got that core engagement, and reach the right fingertips forwards. So as much as the right fingertips are going forwards, the left heel is stretching back and the toes are pointing down towards the floor, keeping the hip and the heel in one line. But really try and reach forwards, keep hugging in that low belly and stay with that breath. If you're using the Ujjayi breath still, just have that smooth, steady inhale and exhale. It's all about not using all the energy up, it's conserving it. Then bend into that left knee. Either stay there or reach around if you manage it with the other hand and grab a hold of the foot. Press the foot against the hand. If you've got the foot against the hand, see if you can square off those shoulders to the front of the mat a little bit more. If you haven't quite got it, it's fine, doesn't matter. Just notice how that feels. That's lovely, everyone. And breathe in. And breathe out. Release that gently. Bring the right hand down and the left knee down. Alright, tuck the toes under. And let's lift the hips for your first downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So a down dog, so inversions, and this is an inversion because your head's lower than your heart, help to bring energy. Maybe walk your dog, pedaling your feet left and right if you feel that you need a little bit of length in the back of your hamstrings. It's still early in the day, so just notice where you are. Take a moment to notice if your hands are grounded, fingers spread nice and wide, your feet are hip width apart. And then find stillness. You can bend your knees if you need to. It doesn't matter if your heels don't reach the floor or the mat. But see if you can find a lift in your tailbone, lengthening through the spine to look a little bit like a V shape. If you're ready, you can straighten your knees, but that's just an option. Just find that sense of being upside down. Know this is going to come to an end, and just stay with that breath. Breathing in and breathing out. 2 more breaths here in down dog. Don't forget, you can come down on 2 knees at any time. Find a child's pose if you want. Inhale and exhale. 1 more breath. Inhale and exhale. Wonderful. Come forwards to a plank and bring your knees down. Oh, that's nice. Get off those shoulders. Hug the elbows in, lower all the way down onto your belly. Just coming into a few little gentle back bends to start with. We'll do 3 different variations. So the first is going to be a baby cobra. So press the tops of your feet into the mat so that maybe your knees lift and even your quadriceps lift. Keep your hands under your shoulders and hug the elbows in towards each other. And then start to lift your heart up. You'll feel a little bit of engagement in your glutes. Keep that engagement on and then maybe lift your hands away from the mat. So you're using your low back strength to lift your upper body and find spaciousness in the front body. Keep looking towards the top of your mat and breathe in. And breathe out. 1 more breath, inhale. And exhale, lower all the way down. Bring your hands just sort of underneath your forehead, elbows out to the side, and just rock your hips from left to right a couple of times. We'll do 2 more gentle sort of back bends, because back bends equal heart openers really, front body openers. Alright, come back to center with your hips, and then bring your arms by your sides. We're going to come into locust with aeroplane wings. So zip up your legs, like you've got 1 leg. Maybe touch the soles of the feet towards each other so that you engage your glutes straight away. And then start to lift your shoulders and your chest up. Keep the back of your neck long. And then lift your feet up. Keep your legs as straight as you can, really energizing through those legs. And then reach your arms out as though you're flying with airplane wings. They're slightly out to the side. Keep looking down, back of the neck staying long. Breathing in, really finding length. Breathing out. Notice where you're feeling this. Keep energetic through the legs. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale, lower all the way down. Oh, hands come underneath the forehead again, elbows out to the side. And relax your low back by rocking gently side to side. Alright, and then bring your hands behind you for the last one. Interlace them this time for this locust that we do quite often, Shalabhasana, with our hands interlaced. So interlacing them, your elbows can stay bent if you like, or you can try and straighten them, reaching the hands downwards, maybe even releasing the index fingers for that Kali Mudra. Zip your legs up again like you've got one leg. Take a breath in and start to lift your shoulders, your chest, your feet, your knees, maybe your thighs, and then lift your arms away. So keep the back of the neck long again. Stay with that breath. Looking great, everybody. Breathe in. And breathe out. Grow even taller. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. You're doing brilliantly. Inhale. And exhale. Release gently. Release the hands. And bring the hands underneath the forehead and rock the hips side to side. Just warming into your body. Finding a bit of energy with all these gentle movements. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and press yourself back into your downward facing dog again. Take a moment just to center yourself in your down dog again. Find that breath, inhaling and exhaling in and out. That smooth, steady breath, equal breath. And then look forwards to the top of your mat and start to walk your feet until you arrive at the top of your mat in your forward fold. And so let your feet be as wide as you feel comfortable, usually about hip width apart, bending the knees if you need to so that your belly and thighs can rest comfortably together. And then holding on to opposite elbows and making this little sort of U shape from left to right, a little bit of an arc, just swaying, feeling the balance, center, as you come through the middle. And then finding stillness in the middle. Staying with your breath, releasing your hands onto the mat. Take a breath in and come up halfway. So always using this chance, remember this is a little bit like a locust pose. Bring the arms back if you like. I see some of you are doing it, that's perfect. And exhale, fold. And then press into the feet, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Coming all the way up to standing. Head comes up last. Roll the shoulders back and down. Hands by your sides, looking forwards. Good. Just take a moment just to reconnect to thinking about what it was that you set as your intention for your yoga practice or your day ahead. Focusing on using your breath smooth and steady. If you find yourself getting out of breath, see if you can slow it down, find a child's pose, take a rest, take a drink, come back. All right. So starting in mountain pose, we're going to move through sun salutation C and then add on. Just do a simple flow, but a couple of times, all right? Slower on the first round. So inhale, reach the arms up, look up and stretch up, join the palms, maybe grow taller. Exhaling, bring the arms out to the side, find space in the shoulders, fold forwards, Uttanasana. Breathe in, come up halfway, arms by the sides or towards your knees. Breathe out, both hands down. Remember, blocks at the top is a good idea, in fact, necessary today. Right foot back, right knee down. Sorry if you had your blocks behind you. I'll wait for you in low lunge. Inhale, come back up. Some of you getting your blocks, I'm sorry about that. Both hands come down, they can come down to blocks if you like. And inhale, straighten both knees. So you're in a pyramid pose. So this is where blocks are really good, and you can bring them up to the highest level too. They just extend your spine a little bit and avoid that roundedness. Breathe out, bend into that front knee. And then inhale, reach the arms up. Good job. Exhale, bring both hands to the blocks and step the back foot forwards, fold. So missing out the chaturanga on this variation. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Press through the feet, reach the arms all the way up to the sky, look up. Maybe take a gentle standing back bend, opening the heart space, tucking the tailbone a little bit. And come back, hands to your heart. Do that with the left foot back. Inhale, reach the arms up. Using that breath, if you want, your ujjayi is good. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. And exhale, hands on blocks or floor, left foot back, left knee down. Inhale, the arms sweep up. Exhale, hands on blocks. Tuck the back toe, inhale, straighten front and back knees, spine pyramid. Try and hug your inner thighs towards each other. And exhale, bend into that right knee, lift the arms up, find high lunge. Hug the low ribs towards each other, feel your core. And then both hands to the blocks or the floor, step to the top of the mat, fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other, open the front body. Exhale, fold. Press through the feet, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Look up and stretch up. Maybe a standing back bend. Exhale, hands to your heart. Good, we're going to add on now. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up if you like. Grow taller. Exhale, arms out to the side, bend knees, fold forwards, hands on blocks or floor. Inhale, halfway lift, arms can reach back. Exhale, both hands down, right foot back, right knee down. Wonderful. Inhaling, reach the arms up. Good job. Exhale, both hands blocks or floor. And then inhale, straighten the front and the back knees. Lengthen the chest forwards. It's as though you're trying to reach your chin to your toes. And breathe out, bend into that left knee, reach the arms all the way up. Good. Here in high lunge, focus on something that doesn't move if you're struggling with balance. And then cactus the elbows out to the sides. Good, so really nice cactus like this. Open the elbows out really wide. Find space as you lift the sternum upwards. Fantastic. And then start to lean forwards. Reach the hands forwards. And then bring them down towards the blocks and reach the blocks a bit more forwards of you. So that you're leaning forwards like this with your hands on blocks. You might not need blocks. This is a nice way to come into the warrior three. Bend into that left leg and lift up the right knee. Lift up the right toes so that that leg, that back leg, the right leg's in one line, like a T shape. And lengthen the crown of the head forward. So you might not want to use your blocks. You can bring your hands to your heart if you prefer to balance. Just holding it here. Think about hugging the inner thighs towards each other. So hug that right outer hip down a bit. Press into the left toe to get a little bit of lift, but you can have a micro bend in the left knee. Breathe in, that looks great, everyone. And then softly bend into that front knee. Step the right foot back into warrior one. So the right heel comes down, 45-degree angle to the front of the mat. So the toes are pointing to the front of the mat, and then try and get your hips and your shoulders square to the front. And then bring your hands behind you, interlace them. Come into that humble warrior. Oh, Alex, you're stripping off. Is it Alex, I think? Yay. Open up the heart space, just like you did in that Shalabhasana. And then start to lean forwards, bringing the left shoulder towards the inside of that left knee. Doesn't matter how far you get down, okay? But see if you can hug the left outer hip in a little bit, so it's not, the butt cheek isn't sticking out to the side a lot. Then press into the back heel a bit more and relax your neck. Take a moment, breathe in. And breathe out, release the hands. And then swing the right arm forwards, up, back, turn the right toes to the right, and sit down into warrior two. Yes, we're here. So the left foot forward, the right leg back. Left foot forwards, right foot back, hopefully. And then look to the top of the mat, windmill your arms down, step back into downward facing dog. Ooh. Well done. Let's do a vinyasa, shall we? Inhale, come forwards to a plank. Bring the knees down. Lowers the hips and chest down. Or knees, chest, chin if you like. Breathe in, come into a baby cobra, or maybe a little bit higher this time. And exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Don't forget, you can always take a rest. Come back to your breath in a child's pose if you need to. Listen to your body. You're trying to sort of build the energy, not use it all up. Breathe in, look to the top of the mat. And exhale, journey your feet until they're behind your hands. Hang the forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, the arms stretch back, looking forwards. And exhale to fold. Press through the feet, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Look up and stretch up. Maybe you're standing back bend again, so lengthen the tailbone down, you'll protect your low back here. Hug the low ribs in a bit, so engage the core a bit. And then come back to center. So it doesn't have to be too deep in the standing back bend. Hands to your heart. And move these to the other side. Let's do the left leg back first. Inhale, we'll reach the arms up. Maybe look up to the thumbs and then exhale, fold forwards, Uttanasana. Relax the neck. Hands on blocks. Inhale, halfway lift, or the floor. And exhale, left foot back, left knee down. Good. Breathe in, the arms reach up. Lengthen the tailbone down. Exhale, hands onto the blocks or the floor. And then inhaling, straighten the front and the back legs. So move with breath if you can. Exhale, bend into that right knee and lift the arms all the way up. Breathing in here. Fantastic. And then bend the elbows so that you've got those cactus arms like this, but facing forwards. Open the elbows out really wide, lifting the sternum up towards the sky a bit. Press into both feet. I know it's quite wobbly here. And then exhale, start to lean forwards, reaching your hands forwards and down. And then blocks, come a little bit forwards with that front foot, lift up that left leg. Fine. Supported warrior 3, or if you prefer, you don't have to be supported. Breathe in here. Just find a moment to find that breath. Your drishti, so your gaze is just down in front of you. Breathe in. And breathe out. Softly bend that front knee, step that left foot back into warrior 1. Reach the arms up. So finding that warrior 1, first of all, squaring shoulders and hips to the front. Well done. Good job. Bring your hands behind you. Interlace them behind you. Squeeze the backs of the shoulders towards each other and then come forwards into this humble warrior. So the right shoulder is coming inside. That's it, lovely. Everyone, you look great. You're doing so well. Good. Then release your hands. Swim the left arm all the way forwards, up. Back, turn the left toes to the side, left side, bend into the right knee, find warrior 2. So we're not here for too long in warrior 2. Find a bit of spaciousness, reaching the arms forwards and back. And then exhale, windmill your arms, both hands down either side of the front foot. Step back to a downward facing dog. Good, enjoy being upside down. Inhale, come forwards to a plank. And exhale, knees down. And you can always do chest and chin if you like, which is like this. It's giving you a little bit of a back bend. Or you can come down in one long line. Inhale, then come through to your back bend. Cobra, or higher in your cobra if you like. And exhale, downward facing dog. Wonderful. Breathe in, look forwards. And then breathe out, journey your way to the top of the mat. Inhaling, halfway lift, and breathing out to fold. Press down into your feet, reach the arms out to the side, feel the shoulders, reach up and look up, join the palms, take that standing back bend. So start by lifting up higher, lengthening the tailbone down, maybe tucking under a bit more, and maybe looking behind you slightly, sending the hips forward. And come back to center, hands to your heart. Good. Now we know the flow, we're going to go through it again. Try and have one breath per move, okay? Move with a little bit of energy. Ready? Starting from mountain pose. Have a drink if you need to. So I'll wait for you, I'm watching you. Lovely, well done. Just taking a moment, never feeling you need to rush through yoga. It shouldn't be something that we just feel out of breath completely. We should be able to balance our breath. Alright, everyone ready? Breathe in, reach the arms up. One breath per move. Breathe out, fold forwards. Uttanasana. Maybe using Victoria's breath or Jai breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands on blocks or floor, right foot back, right knee down. Inhale, the arms sweep up to the sky. Exhale, both hands forwards on blocks or mat. Inhale, straighten front and back knees, come into that pyramid pose, maybe the front toes are up. And exhale, bend into that front knee, reach the arms up, hug the low belly in, come into that high lunge. Breathe in here. Stay here and cactus the elbows out to the side. Exhaling. And then inhale, open the arms out even wider, lift the sternum up a little bit more, maybe look up. And exhale, come forwards, bring the hands down onto the blocks, reach the blocks forwards. Breathe in, start to lift up that back leg, find that supported warrior 3 or unsupported hands to the heart. One full breath in and out here, inhaling. And exhale. Don't worry if you fall out, it's fine. Bend the front knee, step that back foot back, breathe in, find warrior 1. Reach the arms up so the back heels down, the hips and shoulders square to the front. Exhale, hands behind you, interlace them. Breathe in, open up that heart space. And exhale, come just as far forward as you can into that humble warrior, left shoulder towards the inside of the knee. Release the hands, breathe in, swing the right arm forwards, up and back, turn the right toes to the right, bend into the front knee. Take a moment, breathe in, stretch the arms long, and breathe out, windmill the arms down, plant the hands and step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come forwards to a plank. And exhale, I'll demonstrate knees, chest, chin again if you like. Knees down, then chest and chin. Hug the elbows in, glide forwards. That's always just a different option into a cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to the top of your mats. And exhale, you're going to journey your way there. So take 1, 2, 3 steps, however many. Breathe in, halfway lift. And fold and breathe out. Press through the feet, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Maybe a standing back bend. Lengthen the tailbone down, lift the heart. Maybe you're finding a bit more depth. And come back to center, hands to your heart. Left side. Inhale, reach the arms up. I'm moving my blocks so I can see you better. You can see me. Exhale, fold forwards, Uttanasana. But you can keep your blocks as they are. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, floor or blocks, left foot back, left knee down. Breathing in, reach the arms up. And breathing out, both hands down towards the blocks. Inhale, straighten front and back knee, so slow, steady breaths. Exhale, bend into the front knee. Inhale, the arms reach up. And exhale, cactus the elbows out to the side. Good. Inhale, open the elbows out wider, lift the sternum up, maybe look up. Wonderful. Exhale, start to come forwards, hands onto blocks, move the black blocks forwards. Bring the left leg up. Inhale, lengthen the heart forwards, find a strong warrior 3, hands or no hands. Exhale to stay. One more breath in. And exhale, step the left foot back, find warrior 1. Breathing in, the arms reach up, inhaling. And exhale, hands come behind you, interlace them again. Really squeeze the backs of the shoulders together as you open through the heart space there. And then reach forwards, humble your warrior. Hug that right outer hip in, arms lifting. Release the hands, swim the left arm forwards, up and back. Turn and pivot the left toes to the left, warrior 2. Take a moment, stretch the arms in opposite directions, breathing in. Looking great, everybody. Breathing out, windmill the arms to the top of the mat. Step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, let's go through vinyasa, come forwards to a plank. And exhale, knees come down and maybe the whole body or maybe chest and chin first, bottom in the air. Inhaling, slide through, find that cobra or upward dog if you like. And exhale, downward facing dog. Fantastic. Take a moment, breathe in, know that you're upside down, know that it's fine. Breathe out, stay. Next breath in, look to the top of your mat and journey your feet until they're behind your hands, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, the arms reach back, squeeze the backs of the shoulder blades together, and exhale, fold. Press through the feet, reach the arms all the way up to the sky, look up and stretch up, join the palms, lengthen the tailbone down, lift the arms up higher, maybe start to look behind you a bit more, send the hips forwards, breathe in. Come back to center and breathe out, hands release in front of your heart. And just place one hand on your solar plexus and one hand on your heart space. Close your eyes for a moment, let your shoulders relax down. Notice the pounding of your heart, notice the breath that's moving in and out of your lungs. Feel grounded into the feet and feel lifted with the crown of the head up. Just take a moment to breathe. Conserving your energy that you've built up, using that smooth, steady breath in and out. So when we breathe in a really sort of aware way, we can really move our energy consciously a little bit more around our bodies. We can direct it to the places where we want to. I know it sounds all airy-fairy, but it's actually quite true. Where your energy goes, where your attention goes, your energy flows. Wonderful. Release your hands by your side. We're going to take our balance, and because I know you love it, we're going to do dancer's pose today. So if you need to hold on to something, that's fine. Maybe I've got window ledge here, or you might have a chair. If you don't want to hold on to anything, that's fine too. So we're going to start with the weight into your right foot. I'll mirror you. So pick up all the toes on your right foot and then ground them into the mat. Make sure you feel really steady, all four corners of the feet grounded down, and have a little lift through the arch of your foot as well, almost as though you're lifting that higher. That, I know it's not much of a movement, if anything, but it gives you that sense of balance. And then engage through the quadricep muscle. Then bend into that left knee, reach around if you can, hold on to the inside edge. So not the pinky toe edge, the inside edge of that foot. Good. And then reach the left arm up, or hold on. If you're holding on, hold on to something in front of you or beside you. You might want to stay here. Try and keep your hips and your knees in one line, and then start to kick your foot against the hand. So similar, if you manage to grab hold of it at the beginning, it should be quite easy for you. If you didn't, it's going to be a challenge, and you can always use a strap. Remember to grab a hold of that foot. All right, well done. Kick the foot back. For 5, 4, well done Lucy, you're there. 3, 2, kick back more, and 1. Slowly come back. Ooh, I found that tough. Shake off. I did it with my other group as well. All right, we're going to go on to the other foot. So pick up all the toes and then ground, especially through the big toe mound. Make sure all 4 corners of the foot are grounded and you're lifted through the arch and your quads engaged. And then bend into that right knee and reach around. Grab a hold wherever you can, ideally the inside of that foot. Try and have your knees and your hips so they're sort of level and together. And then reach your left arm up. Either stay here, maybe holding on to a chair in front or to the side, or start to kick forwards. So don't worry about how far forwards you go if you're not holding on to anything. Just think about kicking back and not opening up too much into that hip. Keep your gaze focused on something that doesn't move for 5, 4, kick back more, 3, 2, and 1. Come back. Oh, well done, Gwen. You got everything. Shake it off. It's always something to work on, and it's not essential that we do it, is it? It's just having that sense of a little bit of heart opening, a bit of balance as well. If you struggle to grab hold of your back foot, maybe if you want to practice at some point, I might do a short video on this actually, to how to do dancer, how to get yourself into it with a strap. So you'll just put a strap round and hold on here, and then maybe hold on and kick back like that with your strap. I might do a video of that for some of us. All right, everyone okay? Okay, we're going to do that one more time, that dancer. Get it into our muscle memory. Okay, so weight into the right foot. Pick up the toes, ground through the big toe mound, draw up through the sole of the foot so that you're lifting the arch, quads engaged. Hips and knees square, bending that left knee, reaching around. Hold on to the bit of furniture if you need to, by the side or the front. Then start to kick back. Try and keep that left outer hip down a little bit rather than opening out. So the more you kick back, the easier it's going to be to balance. Good. Kick back as much as you can and breathe. Hold for 5. Keep breathing. 4. Well done, Jean. 3. Well done, Lucy. 2, everyone. You're all doing good. 1. And come back. That's wonderful. Whew. Shake it off. Let go. It doesn't matter whatever happened. You're doing yoga, you're breathing, you're being aware of your body and your breath. That's what it is. All right. Pick up the toes on your left foot, ground through all 4 corners of the left foot, lift up the arch, have that engagement in the quad, and then pick up your right knee. Yeah, so this is actually quite a hard pose, I know that. You're all doing amazing. Reach your left arm up. Keep the knees and hips level if you can. Take a breath. And exhale, start to kick that foot against the hand. Take your time to come into it. Don't worry if it's a little bit inaccessible. I know your knees bother for you, but you're doing well, Gwen. Everybody breathe in for 5. Good balance, Jean. 4, 3, kick back more. 2, well done, Carolyn. And 1. Oh, sorry if I haven't mentioned all your names. I can't even see you, Lisa, but I know you're amazing at that pose. I've seen it before. Shake off your legs. Fabulous. Well done. I'm seeing lots of improvements. Looking good. Well done. Let go of that. Shake it off. Alright, should we make our way down to the mat? Inhale, reach the arms up. And breathe out, fold forwards, Uttanasana. Oh, forward fold. That feels nice. Just hold your forward fold a moment. Maybe you've got your blocks there still, and you can just let your arms rest on them, your hands, let your head hang. Take your feet out a little bit wider, and perhaps bend your knees a little bit. Just find a little bit of upside downness again, but without any weight or pressure in your hands. Just feeling this sort of folding forwards. If you want to, you can straighten the knees, or you can bend and straighten them one at a time. Ease into the back of those hamstrings. Think about relaxing your neck a little bit more if you're holding on to tension there. Take a big breath in. Open your mouth and stick your tongue out and take a lion's breath. So your tongue's coming towards your chin. Do that 2 more times. Inhale through the nose, big inhale. Open your mouth, stick your tongue out so that your tongue's on your chin. Make that audible sound. 1 more time. Inhale through the nose, huge breath. Open your mouth, stick the tongue out. Lion's breath. Release there's any tension sometimes. Release the hands down and step back to down dog. Bring your knees down and sit your hips back down towards your heels. Everyone all right? Lean over onto one side and then bend into your right knee and straighten your left leg out to the side. And then we're going to flow a few times through this, what I call, it's like a half wild thing really. So you're going to bring your right hand to the outside, hopefully you can see me clearly, to the outside of your right thigh. And you're pressing down into this right shin and knee. Keep the left leg straight, but lift the left leg up, lift the bottom up, and come up into this sort of shape where you're taking a back bend. Maybe looking behind you. Breathe in here. Press down into the right foot, the left foot I mean, the opposite foot of the straight leg. And then exhale, let your hips come down. Reach the left arm towards the left foot and lengthen the right arm up and over. I think we've done this before. Then we're going to move with our breath. So inhale up, exhale, the right hand comes down, press into that right knee, lift the hips up, maybe look up towards that left hand, and then exhale, hips come down, left hand towards the left foot, right arm up and over. So find a side body stretch, good. One more time, come back, right hand down, lift up, lift the hips up, lift the heart up, look up, and exhale, lower the hips down, reach the left arm towards the left leg, and the right arm up and over. Inhale, come back to center, and then the gap between this sort of V shape, you're going to walk your hands forwards and come into this just as far forward as you can. A little bit of a relaxation, forward fold. You can allow the spine to round a little bit if you like. You can allow yourself to come as far forward as you want. Maybe making those left toes active so you feel a bit more in the hamstring there. And then breathe in, start to walk your hands back to the middle. And just change sides. So bend into the left knee, straighten the right leg out to the side. Same thing on the other side. The left hand to the outside of that left knee, press down into the left knee and shin, reach the right arm up and over, looking up towards the right fingertips. And exhale, sit back down, right hand towards right leg, left arm up and over. And 2 more times. Left hand down, reach the hips up, look up towards the right hand, lift the hips up. And exhale, lower down, right hand towards the right leg, left arm up and over. 1 more time. Left hand down, lift up high as you can this time. Really open up. Really nice way to do a back bend. And then sit your hips back down and take that side bend over towards the right, left arm up and over. And come back to the center. And again, that space in the middle of the V, walk your hands forwards. Allow your head to rest and your neck to release. Find a bit of space in the hamstring on your right leg. A bit of roundedness and forward folding. Come back to that breath if you're using that Ujjayi breath. Great, and then walk your hands back to the center. Bend both your knees. Hug your knees into your chest a moment. Just wrap your arms around them, like giving yourself a bit of a squeeze. Around so that your forehead is towards your knees. You're holding on to your elbows or your upper arms. Just get a little bit of roundness in your spine. And then from here, you're going to take that roll of blanket that you used at the beginning, have it the same way, lengthways, and we're going to do that. We did do this position before, that walrus pose. So you're coming to sitting on your left or right, doesn't matter, hip, with your knees bent to the side of this roll. So it needs to be a firm enough, thick enough blanket that you're going to have a bit of a lift under the side body. If you've got a bolster, that's great as well, you know, instead of. And then you're going to lie yourself down, keep the knees bent, and straighten out the bottom arm, reach the top arm up and over that top ear. And then your top leg is going to go backwards a little bit, and your bottom leg is going to go forwards a little bit. And we're just going to stay here and breathe for about 8 to 10 breaths on both sides. So let's breathe in for 1, and breathe out. Making that gentle audible sound, if you like the ocean wave, inhaling 2. And exhale. Breathe in 3. And breathe out, sigh it out if you like. Inhale 4. And exhale. Inhale 5. And exhale. 3 more on your own. Alright, and then slowly to get out, bring that top arm down. Make sure your knees stack one on top of the other again, and then press yourself up and roll yourself onto the other side. So I'll turn, you can roll and just face the other direction. I'll turn so you can see me, just remind you how to get into this. If this isn't high enough for you and you want to practice it on your own, you can perhaps wrap a blanket around your blocks to make this sort of supported bolster feeling. It's a little bit higher and it's less sort of sharp than just blocks would be. So you're reaching your bottom arm underneath, resting your head on that arm, then your top arm over, and then your top leg goes backwards and your bottom leg goes forwards, and you can keep the knees bent. If it's too much for your low back, if it doesn't feel good, just bend your knees again, bring them in slightly. So you shouldn't feel discomfort here. If you need to support that knee, if it feels a bit funny, mind it on the other side. Just bring that knee in a little bit, or support underneath the knee. And again, taking 8 breaths here. So breathing in for 1. And exhale. Inhale 2. And exhale. Inhale 3. And exhale. Breathe in 4. And exhale. Really expanding, especially into the top lung. Inhale 5. And exhale. And then 3 more deep breaths on your own. Really trying to stretch the muscles that lie in between each and every rib, so that you train your body to be able to breathe deeper. And this will give you more energy. 1 more breath. And exhale. And then instead of coming up to a seat again, you're going to stay on your back, but just bring that top hand down. Bend both knees so that they're parallel over each other. Roll yourself onto your back so that you feel this in the middle of your back, this roll. And then just lift your hips up and bring the roll underneath your bottom so that you're on that roll. It's lifting you a little bit. And then lift both legs up into the air. This is legs up the wall pose. You can actually use a wall or a chair if you want to, if you're near one. And we're just going to hold this for 10 breaths. So this is very energizing, but it's also relaxing as well. So take time just to find this and breathe about 8 to 10 breaths on your own. Just smooth, steady breaths. Seeing if you can relax through the jaw and the space between the eyebrows and the cheek muscles. Seeing if you can carry on with that conscious breathing. And really feel as though you're breathing into the back of the lungs, so that when you inhale, you feel the earth beneath the back of your ribs, sort of pressing into your ribs a bit as you inflate deeper. Notice if you're holding tension in your shoulders, can you relax the arms into the ground a little bit more? About 2 more breaths here. Inhale for 1. And exhale. And inhale 2. And exhale. Wonderful. Then bend your knees. Lift up your hips. And just bring that blanket out from underneath you and lower your hips. And then what's really nice to do in a Shavasana is to cover yourself with this blanket. So reaching the blanket down, hopefully it's long enough. Making sure you're really nicely sort of covered and tucked in. And bring your arms out to the side. Just take a few moments to adjust your position so that you feel comfortable and you feel warm underneath this blanket. Give yourself about 2 or 3 minutes if you can, if you've got the time. I know some of you are off, for walks and things, and I know it feels like a waste of time sometimes to come in and find this rest, but it's never ever a waste of time. You're really nourishing yourself by taking a moment to just pause and be still and not rush on to the next thing. So allow your body to sink down into the mat, to be held by Mother Earth. See if you can let go 5, 10, 15% more of any tension in any muscles anywhere in your body. Let go of any need to control your breath. And just let your body be breathed. And before I say goodbye today and leave you in Shavasana, I'm just going to share with you something I read on Instagram. There are some good things on Instagram by some people that I followed called The Happy Pair. Where is it? And they write some really great things sometimes. And they wrote about the difference between character and reputation. It really spoke to me this week. They said, your character is much more important than your reputation. Your reputation is who others think you are, and your character is who you really are. You can't control what others think of you. You'll be incredible in some people's eyes and awful in other people's eyes. But this has nothing to do with who you really are. Reputation can come and go, but character is what underpins it all. It's the true you that's left beneath all the many layers. All your continued efforts help forge the tools with which you build a life of purpose and value, and a character that's to be proud of. I found that really helpful this week. Sometimes my confidence needs to be told that. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed your yoga, and thank you for coming and joining me every Sunday. So lovely to see you all. Have a wonderful day. Lots of love to you all. Bye.